Hello everyone, I am the MLP Connoisseur and welcome to my thoughts on the 17th episode of the 6th season of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, also known as Dungeons and Discord. I'd like to say that I'm going to try and make this video as quick as I can and as short as possible, but that's probably not going to happen because I have quite a few things to talk about. So without further ado, here we go. This episode was a very comedic and actiony episode featuring Discord, Spike, and Big Mac mostly, as they basically played the role-playing game Ogres and Oubliettes, and I hope I pronounced that second word right, and of course it's a parody on Dungeons and Dragons, hence the title, Dungeons and Discord. And where there's a Discord episode, there's bound to be references made. Some notable ones that I remember are the ones where he was on that business chair calling for secretary to talk to Luna and I believe KK, and also when he was in the orange suit with the mustache. That's on the tip of my tongue. Don't know that reference. I'm very bad at references, so it's a good thing I'm not the reference connoisseur. I'm definitely not that. There was also when he was looking at the magazine at the train station, the way that Discord was looking in the magazine with that hairstyle. I don't know if that's an anime reference. Again, very bad at references, but it's gotta be a reference to something. Now, the actual story of the episode revolves around Fluttershy basically sort of suggesting to Discord heavily that he should go and hang out with Spike and Big Mac because what else does he have to do? I mean, what I don't understand is that he has his own little dimension, that house that we saw in, I actually forgot what episode that was, and it was basically, he had his own little house, his own little place, and, you know, he could cause chaos in whatever dimension that is, but nonetheless, he ends up going to Spike and Big Mac's little, guys' night, basically. And, you know, it's funny seeing how Spike and Big Mac interact, and it's funny how they say, oh, this is what Spike and Big Mac do whenever the main six are out. AKA, this is our excuse for why Spike and Big Mac are not in episodes more. And it's just funny seeing that they do this a lot. And it's also funny to see how, after this episode, of course, we're going to assume that Discord is going to be a part of this now too, and they're going to have lots of fun. On the flip side, it's like, okay, they're having fun, but on the other side, it's like, they're now bored if Discord isn't there, right? Because they, at the end of the episode, they were like, oh, it is fun actually, so let's do it, let's give it a try. So they were having so much fun apparently before Discord, and now they're having even more fun. It just makes you wonder, like, you know, what got them into it in the first place. Nonetheless, of course, Discord is still in the Reformation period, so he's taking it slow, he might step back, he might trip and fall. The prime example is when he does a little bit too much and makes pain and magic real when he puts them into the real game world. It reminded me of the movie Spy Kids Game Over. I believe it was the third movie. If you've watched that movie, congratulations, because you're probably around my age, I don't know. Whatever it is, it reminded me of that. And I enjoyed seeing the world. I enjoyed the little, like, funny things, like, for example, Spike saying Schmerity, and he said that the word Schmerity, or the name, was actually normal in this made-up village, so it's funny because if it's normal, it's not a rarity anymore. I just like that. Another thing that sort of got me a little off guard was that I expected Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash to actually be in the episode more, not just at the very end for that, like, last, like, heroic slow-motion shot. I thought that maybe they would come back to check up on Discord, maybe out of worry, and they would come and join in. I wasn't expecting them to just join in at the end for, like, 30 seconds or something. Of course, the designs of Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie and all the characters are already getting fan art and already getting, like, you know, OC vectors and everything, and that's wonderful. But the story, again, revolves around Discord taking it too far, pretty much apologizing, but also playing the guilt card. I didn't like that. He was playing, like, the innocent card, and, you know, he did feel sorry, and in the end, they reached a middle ground, you know, maybe make the magic not hurt so much, and also keep the actual, like, castle as the background. You know, it wasn't really putting them in the real game world that was a problem, it was the fact that all the magic and pain was real. That was a problem, and, you know, obviously Spike told Discord out on it. I do appreciate the animation that went into certain things, like when Spike shot his little ice beam, and, you know, little things like that. There wasn't too much standout animation, and again, character development, you know, we know that Spike and Big Mac, you know, do this now. Discord did learn a lesson in taking things too far, but it wasn't the biggest moral. you know, the moral really would just be finding a middle ground. So I'm not going to say that it was the best standout moral, and it certainly wasn't something that was shouted out to us in the middle of the episode, but it's still a very nice episode. If I had to give it a score, I'd do like 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. And again, the reason why is because it's a very fun episode to watch, but it's also a little bit painful because Discord should be learning now. He shouldn't be using that like loud, thunderous voice, even if we're entertained by it. It's something that we hate to love, basically. At this point, we appreciate that Discord is reformed, but now that he's speaking in this voice, it's, you know, it's like, Discord, why are you doing this, basically? And with that being said, I'm going to end it off here. Please share your thoughts below, as always. I appreciate it. I love talking with you all. And in terms of the Q&A, by the way, I have closed that. We have 50 questions for 500 subscribers, so that's a pretty fair balance, right? 50 and 500. So I'll be getting the questions out, cropping them out, and just getting everything ready to make the video. Thank you once again. And as always, I am the MLP Connoisseur. I thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video. So, bye.